Cosmic Exploration has been out for a few weeks at this point, and I'm still seeing a lot of confusion around when best to use Stellar Hookset, which is this new duty action that we were given for some missions in Sinus Ardorum. And so I thought I would actually just kind of walk through when best to use this skill and actually what it is. Stellar Hookset is this new unique duty action that fishers have access to on certain missions. It negates the inefficient hooking debuff from Patience and Patience 2, which basically means it can be used with Patience. It costs no GP, it has a 60-second cooldown, but whenever you catch a fish with it, it doubles the point values of any fish that are actually caught. So if a fish that would normally be 1,000 points with Stellar Hookset, it would be 2,000 points. Now, when you use Stellar Hookset, you don't want to be using it just on whatever bite comes around. You want to be using it very deliberately. Being able to identify the high value fish is going to reward you because you'll be able to use Stellar Hookset and get even more points off those very valuable fish for your missions. And for some missions, it is required that you have to use Stellar Hookset on these very high point fish. Here's a quick example from Coexisting Species 1. We have Stellar Hookset available, but I'm not using it on any fish because I am specifically waiting for the Ferocious Bite, which is Galactic Flare Fish. This is going to be worth a ton of points when it's large size, which is why I'm using Patience 2. So as soon as I see it, I'll use Stellar Hookset, which will then give me double points and basically a third of the way to finishing the mission. For this mission, I'm going to still be reeling in all of these fish, but as soon as I get that Ferocious Bite, I'm going to be using Stellar Hookset. We usually also recommend that you use Identical Cast and then wait at least 40 seconds before casting back out to use Stellar Hookset a second time. But if you either don't have time, don't have GP for Identical Cast, or whatever reason, you can't do that, but we do recommend you do that, especially on missions like Fine Grade Water Filter Materials 3 and Coexisting Species 1. You'll also notice that all of the missions with Stellar Hookset, like Fine Grade Aquatic Processing Materials, which is Class A1, or Fine Grade Water Filter Materials 3, like I just mentioned, that's a Class A3, you'll notice that all of the high point fish are easily identifiable in those missions, either based on their bite time, their bite strength, or both. And then there's usually some other way to encourage those fish to bite. So there's like a few layers of problem solving. That is basically how you want to be approaching Stellar Hookset use. You want to be, again, very deliberate with it. You want to be looking for those high value fish, and you want to be using it exclusively on those high value fish whenever possible. I hope that helps. Good luck and happy fishing.